just always has like this intuition
Mm-hmm.
about things. And like I said, she's that, annoying know-it-all where you almost don't want her to be right because it's like, okay, like you are just there all the time. If my worst enemy was telling me things like intimate things that happen between us, like in bed, or just things that I confided in my boyfriend, and then
Mm-hmm.
my worst enemy is telling me this shit to my face while my boyfriend's in a towel naked because he just got in the shower because y'all like just slept together. Numerous times I watched in that episode, like, how has no one gotten hit yet?
Kat's facial expressions.
Oof.
It made me want to give her a hug because you could just see
I felt for
the
her.
pain on her face.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Loving Them Gates, a Beyond the Gates weekly podcast where Brian H. Butters and Queen PR dissects the latest episodes of the new hit show Beyond the Gates. We'll break down all the plot twists, character arcs, and iconic moments with our unique perspectives and a whole lot of love.
Welcome back to Loving Them Gates. I'm Queen PR.
And I'm Brian H. Waters,
where we bring you weekly Beyond the Gates content, including recaps and deep dives. And today we are doing a deep dive on one of the main characters who you really can't help but have an opinion about, good or bad. And that is Kat Richardson.
Yeah. Is it Kat? Is this Kat? It's not
Kat,
sure.
It's Katherine.
Katherine. That's what I figured.
Yes.
Yes. It's always, I mean, we all know everybody knows a cat. It's always Kat.
Yes.
Do anybody just name their children Kat?
Probably. I grew up with a girl named, like, she was named Jenny. Like, it wasn't short for Jennifer or any other name. Like, her name was Jenny, and I was very much like, that's a nickname. But
I mean, sometimes
no, she's Katherine, and which is very fitting for her because she does it gives me regal.
Yeah.
And she definitely sees herself in that light.
Oh, she does. Well, let's talk about her.
Let's talk about her.
She's played by Colby Muhammed. Shout out to Colby.
Beautiful
woman. Recently just got married. So congratulations to her. So, Kat, she's known as the Miracle Baby.
She is. That will also give you a very inflated sense of self if you are constantly growing up being told that you are the miracle baby, because she's not an only child, but because of her and Martin's age gap, she was very much raised like a princess. And I always said that she gave only child vibes.
Oh, you're right. You're so right. And that also
spoiled rich girl.
It explains her bond and relationship with Chelsea, her cousin.
Absolutely.
And like when Chelsea was missing, Anita, their grandmother, was like, we always had to separate them two. They was always together. It's Chelsea Cat. So, we know she's known to be judgmental.
Very much so. Very much so.
But let's talk about her right now. She is, sort of a Michelle looking for her Barack.
Yes. And that's her words. So, like, that's, what she's kind of like looking for in life is that man. Because if you think about it, Kat doesn't really need a man for any, like, she's financially stable. She knows what she wants to do professionally. So she was saving herself because she knew that whatever man that was out there for her was going to be to the level of a Barack, So she definitely was waiting, for that opportunity. But Kat, I will say one thing about her is she knows what she wants. She knows what she wants, and she knows... I was going to say she knows how to read situations, but she doesn't. But she is very intentional and determined and, like, has a lot of hard lines.
Well, if you think about, when we talk about Kat, right? And this will obviously, you said setting expectations. On paper, Kat is any real man's dream. And you may say, well, what do you mean by that? Because a lot of guys want somebody that they can manipulate and control. No, when I say a real man, I am talking about somebody who is looking to build with somebody who is looking to elevate together.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, she's looking for somebody like her mother. If it's somebody who's looking for somebody who's like her mother, they would want a Kat. But today, we are here to talk about how Kat is always right. Now, this started with her being fixated on somebody who used to be my favorite on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Eva.
Yeah. So at the time of recording this,
Talk to him.
I want to say, I don't even know what episode we're on right now, but Kat has caught Eva and Tomas right after they have sex in Eva's apartment, and it is a very ugly scene. It is as crazy as you would think if you like walked in on your boyfriend cheating on you with your fucking half sister, who's also your worst enemy. But when Eva came onto the scene from the very beginning, she was replacing Laura as her mother's assistant. And Kat is very protective of her family, very protective of her family's businesses. You know, she grew her father's business by 10% by doing the marketing. Like, you know, Kat, you know, she don't play. But she automatically got a bad vibe from Eva.
Yeah.
And on the surface, Eva really seemed like a sweet girl, just, you know, eager to learn, grateful for the opportunity. But there was something about Eva that Kat didn't really, you know, feel right about. And she warned her parents, she warned everyone, honestly, for a very long time. And we all, the viewers all knew that Kat was right, but no one else believed her.
Yeah. And it was the way she was going about it. When you really think about it, right? The way she was so like, no, aggressive with it. It was like, girl, calm down.
Right.
Now, for the background, we know like Eva and her mother. Well, Eva's mother set up this accident so that the older sister would be cast aside. She didn't want to kill her, even though she did go to the hospital.
It got close.
Yeah. Which shows you Leslie, as my mother would say, Leslie ain't no donut. Like
what is that? What's that mean? Like she not stupid?
Yeah.
Okay. I love it.
So she was like, you know, let's keep her aside that way Eva could get in there, get close to Nicole, get close to Ted, and boom, hit the bombshell. Now, Kat saw all of this, but instead of, you know, kind of keeping it low key, she was all over it. And then with the accident, what did she do? She tries to plant hidden camera. She became obsessed with the case, where this is where we learn, which I can't wait till we can talk about this, how great of a detective she is.
Yeah. Yeah, she is. Yeah, because I was thinking about how she was being detrimental to Jacob's case, but if she was a detective, she would actually be solving crimes.
Yeah.
That Jacob just can't for some reason.
What did you think about that as this is happening, right? What did you think as far as Kat's character? Did you like her? Was you like, girl, sit down? How did you feel?
It was a little of both sometimes. Because I'm always like, girl, you don't have nothing better to do. Because it would really always, and you know, we're definitely gonna be talking more about Kat and Tomas's relationship, but it just monopolized too much of like her time, where she was becoming like obsessive a little bit, where it was just like, okay, girl. And I'm one of those, it's hard because you know, this is someone that you're letting into like your household, your family business, like important documents and records, and And if you think that her intention is to like bring down your family, it's hard to kind of like let that go and go about your business. So I'll give her that, but she was just so aggy about it, where it was almost just like, oh, like I don't even care anymore.
Mhm.
Like, girl, like just go like have sex with your boyfriend and do whatever. But she ended up being right. All of her suspicions were correct. After a lot of failed attempts, I can't help but think about the hidden camera
Mhm.
debacle. Like, girl, you got caught. There's times where she tried recording Eva and all of that stuff. Like, it's almost like she was, in spite of her, everybody was just like, Eva's a good person, because you're just so annoying that I'm just like, I don't want you to be right, almost. Like,
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing right there, right? So, boom, first case, no pun intended, of her always being right. She's right, even though she was wrong in her way of going about it as far as the case, right? So now we transition to her suspected Eva liking Tomas. This where it kind of gets like, duh, but it's, to me, I'm sitting there watching this play out, and I'm like, Tomas, you're already putting the hero cap on for Eva. You kind of need to dial it back. But Kat is going to somebody who she likes, who's her boyfriend, who really, and you remember the image of all the men in her family surrounding him, like, you better treat her right. Like we mentioned, she's the she's looking for her Barack. She wants to be the Michelle. She's a precious jewel. And I love listening to shout out to Michelle Obama and her brother Craig, where they talk about when they first met Barack and everything. So when you see this, what are you thinking as far as Kat transitioning and finding a man before we get into the whole Eva situation?
I think with women like Kat, because their standards are just like so high, and I appreciate that. I really do. And I think it was like a part of her personality. And that's why I'm so disappointed that it ended up going the way that it is. Because, you gave someone something that was valuable that really didn't deserve it at the end of the day. But then it also shows you just like how determined she is, because it's almost like she's not gonna give up on the person she chose to, give that away to. Like she almost didn't want it, like she was right, but like she almost didn't want to be right, so she's gonna, it almost like works against her, because she just has to just prove herself in every situation.
Yeah.
Like, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think her parents gave her enough credit for being right the entire time. Like, I tell you all the time, she's better than me, because once it would have came out that Eva and her mother were actually diabolical and were planning shit from the start against us, I would have brought that shit up every 5 minutes. I'd have been like, oh, because I think she might have said it like once or twice, but like for me, I'd have been like, because I told you.
Yeah.
I was right.
And and I think also, I'm going to say, in Kat's defense, I can't believe I'm about to do this, she was feeling for her mother, right?
Yeah.
So, and as much as her mother was hurt, she still didn't want her parents to get divorced. So, I can understand why she didn't constantly throw it up that she was right. But as she, moves
just
forward.
A jerk.
Yeah. As she moves forward with Tomas, when I saw that him and Eva was getting closer, I felt bad for Kat, because I was like, y'all don't fit. As much as you want him to be Barack, you're really dealing with, I don't know, a future, because he just doesn't deserve you. Yeah. Because like, also, it wasn't so much of him flirting with Eva back right away. It was, he almost felt dismissive of her feelings in the beginning, right? And I'm like, in those situations, you got to hear her out first. And then as Eva started to act more apologetic about everything, like it was just too hot. Like it was way too soon to be said, well, look at it from her perspective. Like, I mean, daggone near the anniversary is yesterday. 2 days later, he's like, but you should really think about her. You should really listen to her. Like, it's too soon, bro.
Yeah.
So as they move forward, and him and Eva started getting closer, I was very disappointed in her because I'm like, you were right. You knew that she was into him, and you heard everything. You was right there under the bed.
Yeah.
Only for
you
you
heard
to
her coming on to him.
still give him your gift.
Yeah. And that's the thing. She was right, but she didn't want to be right about Tomas and Eva, which is very unfortunate. But it's another thing, like she just always has like this intuition about things. And like I said, she's that, annoying know-it-all where you almost don't want her to be right because it's like, okay, like you are just there all the time, like showing up at Jacob's job all the time, stealing evidence, breaking into Eva's hotel room. Like, as crazy as that was, like she broke numerous laws, like trying to help Jacob solve a case that she was right about. That if she would have probably let it rest, the evidence probably would have eventually uncovered themselves.
Yeah.
If the police, if she would have let the police just do what they would have done, I feel like everything would have unraveled. Because the other thing that Eva does, and a lot of people in the Dupree family do, is they show their hands too quickly.
Way too quick.
Every time Kat had she unveiled any kind of truth, she went to Eva and Leslie to let them know, I found this out and you're going down. Now, you told that to two like criminals, masterminds, people with street marks. All they did was use that against you.
Yeah.
Where if you would have just chilled, like they wouldn't have been suspicious. They would have known that y'all were onto them, and the police would have just did their job, and they would have found everything that they needed to find.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, before we get into the last point where it played out for the good, I want to ask you, because we got to talk about it. We right here. The moment, in my opinion, that Kat became the most the person people had the most empathy for on the show. That moment she saw and made Eva and Tomas admit that yes, they had sex, because they was going to try and lie their way out. But that moment, as you're watching this, what are you thinking? Are you thinking she didn't deserve that? Because Eva says some shit that she dressed her down. She said, well, you didn't respect him. You didn't treat him right. But it wasn't right that she got told.
They dressed each other down.
Yeah.
But like you were saying, to hear that from your worst enemy, like something like if my worst enemy was telling me things, like intimate things that happened between us, like in bed, or just things that I confided in my boyfriend, and then my worst enemy is telling me this shit to my face while my boyfriend's in a towel naked because he just got in a shower because y'all like just slept together. Like I numerous times I watched that episode, like, how has no one gotten hit yet? Like, because my first thing is I know Tomas would have got, like, I would have immediately decked him. And the shit that Eva was saying, I was like, oh, see, but like Eva, you might got me because you had a rough upbringing, so you might have me, but him, he's getting hit. But I felt for Kat. Yeah. Like, I was really like, oh my God. Like, as much as I wanted Eva and Tomas to ultimately get together at one point, and previously, because I do feel like they're just more compatible, like Eva was telling him. But Kat, just seeing that, and she went over there to give an olive branch. finally, after all of this time, and even that's even something that Tomas has been telling her to do from day one. And this is the scene that you walk in on. I felt so bad for her. And then hearing Eva say like that you're basically like, you were horrible, and he told me that you're horrible in bed, and I showed him what you was doing wrong type shit. Like, I really truly felt for Kat because she doesn't have a lot of sexual experience. And like, one sad thing about, like, once you start into that lane, that's when you really see, like, you can really be disappointed because some people really just see sex as sex.
Mm-hmm.
And because she's so inexperienced, like, she probably can't even fathom that, like, after they had sex, that he could possibly even think about having sex with someone else. And that's really just how it be.
Yeah. Man, that's so. Oh man, that's a lot to unpack. Because I'm like, do you think now she? No, I was gonna think maybe she could have a little bit of sympathy for her dad the first time, not the second time. But nah, she ain't there yet to understand the part of it was a physical thing. I want to say before we get into the last point, I gotta just break the fourth wall and give a huge shout out to Colby Muhammed and Amber Michelle for incredible performance right there, because I was sitting there, I was hooked.
Yeah,
it pulled out the emotions, but Kat's facial expressions, it made you feel, even me who, if she's probably my lower middle favorites on the show, as far as I love to root against her, I was like, stop it, Kat. It made me want to give her a hug because you could just see
I felt for
the
her.
pain on her face. Even it was more devastating than when Chelsea was gone. And that's, the part where she was right, where she used her powers for good, because if it wasn't for her sense of urgency, and we've all been in situations in life, whether it's going to see somebody at the right time or getting out of the wrong place at the wrong time, getting out in time, where it's like, Jacob, we gotta go, because her having the wherewithal to look up the locations and everything. This is one of those situations, and this honestly might have been the trigger point for when you and I would sit back and structure and things we wanted to hit on. I remember we was talking about, like, here's another situation where Kat is always right.
Yep. 1,000%. And it's unfortunate in a lot of those situations for Kat.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see Kat loosening up?
Yeah, I do. I think, honestly, I would love to see her loosen up a little bit and kind of go, not a wild side, because that sounds crazy, but I want to see her kind of like, I want to see her be a little heartless for a little bit.
Yeah,
I want to see her screw the right guy over because she's hurt. That would be an interesting twist on her character.
Yeah, she should definitely like have a little bit of fun, like have Chelsea mentor her, because a big part of not that sounds crazy, but if you want to go out there and explore, like, Chelsea would be the perfect person for a Kat to ask. And I also appreciate it because I hate when girls give their other girlfriends like just delusional advice about men, because I feel like sometimes you just got to keep it real. And I love how real Chelsea was, just like, girl, there are a million men in the sea. If Tomas and Eva are the ones that are meant to be together, let them fucking be together. You are Kat Richardson. You can, find whatever man you want in your life, blah, 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 blah. So I hope from this point on, because it does seem like at the moment she's going to be willing to put up with Tomas. And we talked about this. I can see a lot of those rich marriages. A lot of that time, it is really about image. There's no surface behind these marriages a lot of the time. And I could see him rising up in the ranks with Bill and him becoming somebody. And I can see them having the phoniest, most emptiest marriage. And just because of Kat's pride. because of how much she hates Eva. She's gonna fucking stay with Tomas just because.
You
And
know,
if she's smart, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say if she's smart, she would do it how like Vanessa was doing it when she got bored of her marriage, and just have your little fun little rendezvous as long as there's an understanding. Because we know Tomas is a piece of shit. We all
Mhm.
know he's not staying faithful. I don't believe that he loves Eva. I mean, Kat. I believe that it's all about status. It's all about what can really help him progress because he's a working class guy. Like he has a job behind Fairmont Crest. It's not like he's there because his family lives there. No, he has a job and he's trying to get somewhere. So, and that's what makes him compatible with Eva, but at the same time, that makes him want to stay with Kat.
I got one more question. Do you think there's a chance? I know there's the sibling code in this case, even though they're cousins, but you kind of handle stuff yourself. You don't go to mommy and daddy. Do you think there's a chance that Chelsea is so pissed off that she go to Bill and say, Dad,
and tells like your coworkers, your employees, a piece of garbage,
right? Because think about Chelsea and Bill's relationship right now, and Bill is at that point where he almost lost her, so he'll do anything for his baby girl.
And true. And it's also kind of sleazy.
She hurt, and then Tomas hurt her favorite cousin. So, I mean, you think there's a chance?
I can see it happening.
Mm-hmm. I'm just thinking about. I know my sister would do that. Like, look. I know you want to be with them, but they're not good for you. Yep. Daddy, such and such, mommy, such and such.
But Kat would do the opposite. Kat would do the same thing for Chelsea.
Yep, in a heartbeat.
And she would have immediately marched in there like, let me tell you about your employee. Mm-hmm. Your employee did this and that to my cousin, and you need to fire them immediately.
Yep.
So that's the kind of time that Kat has for Chelsea. Chelsea's is most likely gonna have that type of time but also Chelsea looks at, I do hope she does that, but like because of her experience, like she kind of looks at like God, like okay, he's one guy that didn't work out. Mm-hmm. Like there's so many others out there. But I do love Kat really did grow on me over the show. Like I do root for her because she's my I like my kind of girl, like ambitious, boss bitch, knows who the fuck she is, confident. I love Kat. I'm rooting for Kat. I just really hope she doesn't take Tomas back and that she's able to kind of like grow up a little bit in a way where Tomas ain't the only guy out there. There's so much more out there.
She started turning, like, I think I told you a couple episodes ago, when she was trying to find Chelsea, because I saw that side of her that was really hurting. As somebody who's like really close to my cousins, I could relate in that situation. Like if something happened to one of my cousins, it's balls to the wall. We're gonna figure this shit out. So I felt for her. But then this situation, I am rooting for her. Eva, she got to get back on. She got to get back on the good side.
There's no coming back from this, babe. I don't think.
I put this on one of the Facebook.
Like once Ted and Nicole find out.
Oh God.
Ted
not paying for her place no more.
Right. Well,
I did say this though. I asked on our Loving Gates Facebook page. I did say, was there a chance? And some people said if Eva goes to Kat and says like he's using you, he used me, it could possibly be a chance. I still don't know, but we'll see. Any final thoughts?
We shall see. No, I really just hope her outfits get better in this new season, because I could tell the new film, y'all came back from break. I'm seeing the glow ups. I'm seeing the budget increases.
Shout out to the bags.
Shout out to the bag. But yeah, I love everything that Chelsea Kat is doing. I love Colby, the actress. Like you mentioned before, I want to give you your flowers. I think you play Kat so well.
Yes.
And gracefully, and I really see a future for you. So those are my last words, and I'm rooting for you, girl.
Let's get it. Let the people know where they can find us.
Yes, make sure you are subscribed to 6 Heart Media Productions on YouTube. Follow our Instagram, 6 Heart Media. We are trying to grow that audience over there, so hit that follow button. Put something in the comments that you want us to cover. We cover characters, plot lines, scenarios, relationships, breakups, all of the above. We love Beyond the Gates. So make sure you hit that bell for notifications. Like our Facebook page, Love in Them Gates. We are all up in them Facebook groups. So if you see us in them groups, say hi, recommend our podcast, hit that like button, interact with us. We love interacting with other gatekeepers. And you can come back every week for more Beyond the Gates content.
I heard what she said.
See you next week.
Deuces.